the other country will be also stronger and attack you and attack stronger.
Yeah. Very good, Henry.
Yeah.
Henry, I want to teach you a word. Andrew and Min, you would be interested in this. Very good ideas. Henry is describing deterrence. Do you guys know that word deterrence?
I'll search it up.
Deterrence is when your country is so strong, another country will not attack you because they know you are going to put up a really strong fight. And they say, we'll lose too many men and spend too much money and damage our own country. So we will not attack this country. It's called deterrence. Deterrence.
Just like how U.S. destroyed Japan with an atomic bomb.
But the other army can create friends with other countries like the country like American. American is a strong country, but Japan can get forces like Germany, Russia, France, Britain, and
Yeah.
British, the European,
Yeah.
and the Canadian.
German,
and also the Canadians.
Canadian. Wait, no, Canadian? Like Canada, the country Canada work with the U.S. Yeah, they work with the
like
U.S.
Henry.
That's why the U.S. is strong.
All right, are you guys ready for a crazy, since you're all talking about this stuff?
Yes.
I'm going to put a picture up here. It's a military Jeep from World War II until the 1970s. The Americans gave South Vietnam 100,000 of these in 1973 and said, well, you have to fight your own war. We'll give you 100,000 of these. So, Andrew, can you still see some of these somewhere? Because 100,000 is a large number. Do they put them in museums or anything?
Yeah,
No.
like
You need to use it for war.
I saw some people riding those cars, but without guns.
Yeah, without the guns, yeah. So do people still use these old ones in Vietnam, Andrew? If you can get one for cheap money, like you can use it to go to the beach or the mountains?
I'm not sure, but
I think we must find this the
Yeah.
we
So
must find this in the world in
War
the
museum?
old world.
Yeah. So I put the number, it was 100,000. By the way, do you know who made the Jeeps for America and Asia, you guys?
no.
Toyota company. So the Americans gave this huge contract to the Japanese. And
Toyota,
and they were,
the old Toyota made a tank to give to Vietnam, and today Toyota make car in Vietnam.
Wait.
what?
People won't use that vehicle any ever again because it said old. The
Well, I
first
know you can fix them though. You know, that's what they do in Cuba. Do you guys know that Cuba is another socialist country
But
like
it used
Vietnam?
to doing the
But Vietnam is so much richer than
it used to fight in the war.
Cuba is a country in
Okay, so do you want to
Mexico.
see something crazy, and then we'll get to our main lesson because you guys enjoy a good chat.
Yes.
Okay, so this is Cuba, right? And Cuba is another one of those communist or socialist
Toyota.
nations. And so these cars are from 70 years ago, and the Cubans have to make their own parts to keep these cars going. These cars are in beautiful condition because Cuba is like Ho Chi Minh City. It's always sunny and tropical. So these are the classic Cuban cars from 75 years ago, because the Cubans haven't built new cars, but the people take really good care of them with paint. But a lot of times for the engine parts, they have to get old engine parts and clean them and rebuild them. Also, the buildings were in bad shape too. I mean, look at that car, you guys. It's crazy. It's made of all different kinds of car parts, and it probably falls apart.
Brandon,
Yes.
type old Cuban cars. You doesn't type new Cuban cars.
There are, well, they don't have the money. It's a very poor country, man. I think they're trading partners with Vietnam. Like Vietnam can help them with rice and fruit and things like that, because they kind of feel sorry. Cuba's really poor, you guys. So they're trying to bring tourists there, but it's a very strict government. Vietnam actually has a much better socialist government. It's not as crazy. All right, you guys. I want to show you for today. I created rebuttals. Today we have to really talk about rebuttals because this is class number 8, 9, and 10. We only have 3 more classes, and I need somebody to help me read. Mr. Henry, you're a talkative guy, but there's some Vietnamese in here. So what should we do? Andrew, can you read this here and then help the students with some Vietnamese? Because these vocabulary words are difficult. Here we go.
After the affirmative team presents their points in debate, negative team must offer a rebuttal. Here are some examples from rebuttals. Opening rebuttal sự bác bỏ. Acknowledgement and transition. Nhìn nhận và chuyển tiếp. While I respect the points made by my opponent, I must disagree with their conclusions. My opponent has raised some interesting points, but they are based on several misconceptions.
Yeah, misconceptions is a really big word. Andrew, is that Vietnamese okay for misconceptions? Does that look good?
I'm not sure.
It means mistakes. Mistakes. You made some mistakes in the argument is misconceptions. So misconception, mistakes in the argument, you guys, are misconceptions. It's a big word, but it's really a great word. Today, we're just going to build a lot of vocabulary words because these are really important words for you guys to learn in your writing for school and debate. So if you're like 10 years old to 14 years old, to learn a word like misconceptions is really good for your writing. It's a nice way of saying your team made some mistakes. All right, Henry, there's no Vietnamese in here, so I want you to read, and I started to put in the bicycle lane arguments. Here you go.
My opponent argues that bicycle lanes would be a great improvement for transportation. However, this point fails to consider how expensive it will be. It was claimed that bicycle lanes will improve the flow of traffic. On contrary, people with cars and motorcycles will start to push into the bicycle lanes.
Yeah, 1 or 2 students said, teacher, the cars and motorcycles, especially motorcycles, will start using the bicycle lanes and hit bicycle people and become bullies. I was really surprised by that answer. They won't respect the bicycle lanes.
Wait, who wrote that book?
Somebody, but we'll keep it secret. No, it's in the main Zalo, but I'll go back to it, Henry, I promise, because it's a really good point. By the way, Henry, you and your brother live in Richmond, right?
Yeah, Richmond, BC.
Does Richmond, BC have bicycle lanes?
Yeah, we have bicycle lanes.
Are people kind? Are they respectful? I mean, will they stay out of your bicycle lane?
People don't go in the bicycle lane because rarely any people use the bicycle lane.
Oh, okay. Is it
only me and my brother?
Oh, that's sweet.
We have bikes.
Do you feel safe in your bicycle lane?
Yes.
Okay. So
unless the car just crashes and turns the wrong direction.
Yeah, see, that's what you have to be careful. Even in the bicycle lane, there's a chance you could get hit by a car. Hey, Billy, did you want to read? You raised your hand. Do you want to try this, Billy?
Yes.
Okay, Billy, start with refuting with evidence, means rejecting with evidence. Refute.
The evidence my opponent presents is outdated. More recent studies show that traveling by bicycle can help make city air cleaner. My opponent cited an article in Discovery magazine, but this course has been discredited by the National Academy of Science.
Yeah, discredit says it's not true. We did some research and it's not a good argument.
It's not national, it's National Academy.
Well, I know, but it's a new word, Henry. National Academy of Science. Hey, Min, you have a question would you like to read, or would you like to add something to the refuting with evidence data?
I want to read.
Okay, Mr. Min, here we go. The middle rebuttal. So now we had the first rebuttal, then you get another rebuttal. Remember, in debate, you're constantly rebutting. And remember, rebuttal, Andrew read rebuttal was sur bakbo. Sur bakbo is rebuttal. All right, here you go, Mr. Min. The middle rebuttal.
The middle rebuttal for addressing specific points to address my opponent's claim about bicycles helping to keep people healthier, it's important to keep note that many old people and children might get into serious accidents while on their bicycle. Regarding the argument of problems created by making new bicycle lanes, the reality is regular construction for car and motorcycle traffic is already a major problem. So why should making bicycle lanes be any different?
Very nice, man. So I got that argument from one of the papers. I forget who it was. Was it Hannah had a really good point here? I'm going to find that one for you guys. Where is it? This is pretty good, actually. This is from Hannah. Hannah, are you there?
Anna is
Hannah.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Hannah, can you read, because you offer what is called a comprehensive. You did a really nice job on this. This is very good. Go ahead and read what you wrote.
Allow us to offer a rebuttal to the points raised by the affirmative team. While creating highly developed bicycle lanes across Vietnam's major cities is a good idea, we must carefully consider other priorities. Improving roads and public transportation systems should come first to benefit a larger number of people. Building bike lanes would require a lot of money, which might not be the best use of funds given other needs. Additionally, Vietnam's hot weather and heavy rains can make fewer people to ride bicycles. Rather than focusing on bike lanes, the government should explore other eco-friendly transportation options, such as electric buses and better walking paths. Encouraging biking is important, but we need to think about all types of transportation to make sure everyone benefits. By focusing on improving all types of transportation, we can solve urgent problems first and slowly encourage biking and other eco-friendly ways to get around.
Nice work, Hannah. That's an excellent rebuttal. I really like it. So you guys, when you see this in Zalo, try to use Hannah's style of rebuttal, because she covers impossible. Why is that impossible? Who said that's impossible? By the way, who do we get a new message from? There's Ms. Duke. She's saying, go to the new debate room, you guys. Okay, we promise. So Hannah did a great rebuttal. There's another one here about people using the bicycle lanes. Henry, you said, who said that? And it's a good question. Let's see who we have here. Oh, this one's really good. Tan Nam, are you here today, Tan Nam? Tan Nam.
Anna's always here.
Tan Nam. Tan Nam
Anna
writes
is
really.
mostly always here.
I know, but they have to read their work because this is really good. Tan Nam, are you here? Nguyen, Tuing Nan. It's actually Tan Nam.
I found Tom Nam. He's muted.
He's muted. All right, let's find him and let's get him to read, because he did a really nice job on this. I think Tan Nam is there. Hey, Tan Nam, please read what you wrote. Why is Tan Nam muted? Well, he's not responding. Henry, would you like to read his response?
Okay. Vietnam major cities such as Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City have made efforts to make or create new bicycle lanes. Although extent and quality of these lanes can vary
Change.
significantly. Here is a general overview. In Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, have already existing
Infrastructure.
It has some bicycle lanes, but they are limited and often not well connected. The lanes are typically found in newer planned areas rather than the older, more
Congested.
congested parts of the city. but it faced a lot of challenges. The city heavy traffic, narrow streets, and the prevalence of motorbikes often make it challenging for cyclists to navigate safely. I think the Vietnamese government should spend more money and energy to create highly developed bicycle lanes for almost every street in Vietnam. Vietnam's major
Yeah.
city. It could bring numerous benefits. Here are few reasons why it might be a good idea. The environment impact. Promoting cycling can significantly reduce air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to a cleaner and healthier environment. 2. Traffic
Construction.
construction will
Oh,
develop
congestion. Sorry.
congestion. Well developed bicycles lane can help out.
By providing a viable alternative. There's a great expression, Henry. A viable alternative.
Traffic congestion by
Congestion.
providing a viable alternative to motorized transport. It can also reduce health care costs by improving public health.
Very nice and good reading, Henry. Some of these are difficult words. You guys, a viable alternative is a change that really works. It's a really good change. It's not wasted money and energy by the government. Viable alternative. If you could remember a word for your writing and your debate, this is a really good one. Viable alternative. Alleviate means help traffic congestion. By the way, this congestion is also what you get in your lungs when you have a really bad cold and you're coughing. That's called congestion. So traffic congestion is also when something is blocked. So this is where I got the idea of motorcycles going into the making it challenging, because motorcycles will start to use the bicycle lanes. I think that's where I got the idea. Although one student came right out and said it directly, and I think that's kind of close to it in the debate, or they spoke it. Okay, very good, you guys. Right, and we have just a little bit more before we start today's debate topic, the rebuttal, the art of the rebuttal. Okay, so, this one's really important, called the fallacies. This is really an important one here. Hannah, can you read this one? Because I really want you guys to learn this word fallacy or fallacies.
Highlighting logical fallacies. This argument relies on a
Slippery.
slippery slope fallacy. Just because a few accidents happen does not mean a total public danger will follow. Lỗi ngụy biện.
Consequence.
Consequence. Kết quả. Consequently, a good is a writing word. My opponent's point is a false
Dichotomy.
dichotomy.
Yeah.
There are more than two possible outcomes to this situation. Sự phản đối.
Yeah, so this is hard work, you guys. Dichotomy, right? If you could learn that word, and fallacies, kind of advanced college word, you guys. And consequently is really good for your writing. I think, Andrew, you probably have seen consequently before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's used. All right, I'm sorry. So, Hannah, can you read the 1 and 2?
1. Traffic will decrease. 2. The city air will become cleaner.
Yeah. So that's where I wrote these are more than two possible outcomes to this situation. Okay. Providing alternative perspectives. Hey, let's see who can read this one. Mr. Min, you raised your hand. Would you like to read this one? Providing alternative perspectives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Providing alternative perspectives. Even if we accept my opponent's premises, it's possible to interpret the data differently. For example, in Holland, there are a large number of bicycle lanes, and the system works very well. another way to look at this issue is through different angle or perspective,
Yeah.
which shows that your point about bicycle lanes is a missing major consideration.
Nice work. Can you read that in Vietnam's? Yeah. Quang Dinh Tai Te. Consideration, different angle or perspective. So these are excellent vocabulary phrases to learn, you guys. Let's just take a quick look when I talk about Howland's bicycle lanes, you guys, just so you can get an idea of what really good
Guess what's gonna happen after I put that?
just so you guys get an idea of what these look like. By the way, did our student Dippo join us? Is Dippo here? I think I hear Dippo.
Dippo doesn't join us today.
All right, so here it is, you guys. Amsterdam's bicycle lanes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, someone's having a fight. Let's.
But I put transformation.
Who is it? Is that Dippo? Who's on that?
Maybe Dippo.
You got this picture from Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, it's Henry.
AI generates.
Henry, what's going on? Are you and Ben having a fight?
Henry is very happy to have a fight.
Henry's having a discussion. All right, Henry, I'm just going to mute it for a second because I hear Ben in the background. You guys are
He
arguing.
is right here, his laptop.
So look
mean-
at this bicycle lane, you guys. Isn't this crazy? I mean,
Like-
what's your impression? Son Le, what do you think of this bicycle lane? You have your hand up.
I think this bicycle lane is very unique because I see bicycle lanes near the streets, and I think this bicycle lane in Amsterdam on the sidewalk is very unique.
Yeah, so people can walk here and the bicycles can go here and the cars can go here. These are old buildings, by the way. And so they built this on top of an old city plan, and they still have enough room for parking cars here and cars to go here. So it's actually really well made, you guys, these Amsterdam bicycle lanes. And here are all the bicycles. But you know what the problem is? Bad guys steal bicycles. So most Dutch people put 3 locks on their bicycles because people with drug problems steal the bicycles.
Just like how my brother locked his bicycle, and after that morning his bicycle disappeared.
Oh, how many locks did he use?
1 lock.
Oh,
And
yeah.
lock his wheel, which is connected to a wooden thing.
No, it's not good. So someone stole his bicycle.
Yes. I think
It's connected to a wooden thing. Then the thief must have a saw. He
A saw? This is
Yeah.
true. They used a
Yes.
saw. Look at
If the lock is wood,
Yeah.
and he used a saw to saw the lock out and steal Ben's bike.
Just if the people in the bike lane or the people drive a car or the people go walk in the Amsterdam bicycle lane, or it's careless. They can be accident.
Yeah. There are some. I
Yeah.
saw an accident one time, but the girl just made a mistake. She fell to the ground. By the way, you guys, I showed you those pictures of the bicycle lanes in Amsterdam.
Like Moscow.
Bicycles. Yeah. What is this special place here? Do you guys know the name of this?
It is Anne
big
Frank's
building.
house.
Yeah, Anne Frank's house. Yeah. You can go in and visit the house where Anne Frank was hiding for 4 years with her family.
But
She was hiding.
why
from the
the
Germans.
bike lane is near the river?
Yeah, it's right near the river. So there's you guys
But-
studied Anne Frank, right? Here's Anne Frank. She was wonderful. And
she's a
so
woman.
And she and her family hide in their house.
yeah. And so here's the
But
hiding place.
they are eventually caught by the Germans who sent them.
Why she need to hiding?
which
Because she was
turned out to be
Jewish.
death camps.
Yeah. So here's the bookcase, and then behind the bookcase you go into the secret hiding place. And so Anne Frank's family was Jewish, so the Germans finally caught her and her family, and she and her sister died. They had a
Only-
little bathroom to wash in. There were 8
their
people living in
mothers
this
died.
house.
This
Yeah.
is the
Mother
trap.
also died.
This is the trap
Wait,
house.
Yeah.
I think this house is weird.
There it
Abandoned?
is. Yep.
This is the
People like-
trap house.
How did the Nazis find out they were in there?
Andrew, this really bad guy was working at the company where they were hiding, and he got angry because he was stealing money. And the manager of the small house fired him and said, "Get out, you're not an honest person." So he got angry and he went to the local Nazi Germans in Amsterdam and said, "There's a Jewish 2 families of 8 people hiding in the factory." And so then it was all over for Anne and her sister and her mother and the Jewish couple.
Wait,
all
wait a
died.
minute. What if
So after
the
that happened,
person who made that basement or like that hiding spot?
Yeah.
In like a trap.
Well,
In
they
like a
would
trap
punish
house.
them. They would punish them for doing that, you guys, you know. The only person
Punished for
who
hiding?
survived, I think it was 7 or 8 people. Yeah, because you're not allowed to hide people, according to the Germans. So Otto Frank was Anne's
Oh.
father here. This is a really sad story. He's the one who found Anne's diary in the old house. And he's the one who, he said, "I can't believe my daughter wrote 4 years of diaries." Here's Otto Frank. I feel really bad for this guy because the Germans killed his wife, they killed his 2 daughters, they killed his 2 friends and their son Peter in the bad camps. They didn't give him any food and they died of sickness. So here's Otto Frank with his daughter Anne. He's a wonderful guy, Otto Frank. He's one of my heroes because
What
he
about the
gave
wife?
the,
What about the wife?
what is the
I
wife?
want to see the
His
wife.
wife died, remember?
His wife.
Let's
Yeah, I
see
don't know if
the-
there's,
There should be
I don't-
pictures. History.
yeah, I don't
It's
I don't
Why
know if
Otto-
there's a
Why Otto Frank is so good?
he didn't know that there was a diary, and so he went back to the house at the end of the war and he said, "Oh my gosh, my daughter Anne wrote this book." He had no idea she was writing this, you guys, and he was really shocked by it. So okay, Edith Frank. Very good, Sophie. She found the name of Edith Frank. Okay, let's look at Anne's mother. But then this is kind of sad because she died in the German concentration camp, Auschwitz.
The concentration camp turned out to be death camps.
Death camps,
for
yeah.
the Jewish.
Edith
Germans-
Frank.
With death camps.
Here's Anne's mother. She was a beautiful woman. Not beautiful, but really intelligent. She was a really nice-
beautiful.
well, I don't know. And then here's her husband. There's Otto Frank. And then Anne had 2 sisters. Anne was beautiful. I really like Anne. She was so nice.
She was beautiful.
You didn't meet
Oh, I'm sorry. I
her.
didn't do the share screen, you guys. You couldn't see
You
it.
didn't meet her.
Okay, so,
You had no idea she was
Sophie
nice.
said, it was Sophie who said, "Teacher, it's here's Anne Frank's mother, who looks kind of like Anne. And then here's Anne when she was a teenager, or Anne's sister. Anne's sister looked a lot like her, you guys. Anne was so sweet. I think it's really terrible that a
Mr.
young girl like that
Brandon.
did. Yeah.
You said she was very nice, but you never meet her. You were
Well, I read her story, Min. I read her story in her book. That's how I know she was really nice. She was a really nice person.
Did you call to her father?
And there's a good debate question. How do you know she was nice, teacher? You never met her. I mean, I'm laughing because it's such an interesting debate question.
You are
That's
a
interesting.
Japanese. You are Japanese.
All
How's
right.
that
Hey, you guys.
interesting?
I know, it's just such a funny comment. Well, you've
If
never
you are
really met her, teacher.
Japanese,
How do you know she was nice?
From you.
Hey, Son Le, what do you think of that? Listen, what do you think of that? If you've never really met a person, how do you know they're nice? Do you agree or disagree with that?
By what they look like. By what
I
they look like.
It's true, Henry.
If they're
And
grumpy,
Hanam always
leave.
Hanam
leave
just type in Russia.
All right, wait, we have to finish this last piece, you guys. So let's see, Sonlu, can you read this last piece here called, actually it's 7 and 8. It's kind of long. Can you read this for us, Sonlu?
Yes. We're summarizing the rebuttal. In summary of the opponent argument fails to account for the number of problems. Bicycle lanes will create the argument, overlooks key evidence from several sources and relies on every outdated information found in questionable online sources to conclude the points raised by the opposition do not hold up under
Scrutiny.
scrutiny because reasons dưới sự giám sát remaining force for your position. This debate will ultimately be about core issue, and my opponent will not successfully address your key argument. The evidence strongly support our position that your stance, making it clear that summary of your main arguments. Lập trường của bạn.
Yeah, that's your stance, your position, what you support equals your stance. There's three ways to say that. Your stance, your support, your position. That's all under there with the Vietnamese, lap something or another. I can't read Vietnamese. You guys also, scrutiny is a really important word. Scrutiny is to look at something carefully. So you say, our team looked at the other team's argument with scrutiny very carefully, and we don't think it's a good argument. We think it's weak. And
Hey, how do you spell scrutiny?
Here it is, Henry, and I want you to learn this word. If you guys can learn some new vocabulary words, scrutiny is a really good one to learn, scrutiny. So Henry, you could say, my teacher scrutinizes my homework too much. I don't think she likes me, right?
What about how do you spell it?
Here, I'm going to spell it with this.
S-C-R. I gotta spell on Google. S-C-R-U-T-I-N.
And then I'm going to reduce this because it's writing in gray writing because I got this off Google
I-Z-E-S. I-Z-E-S.
Teacher, can't you make
I-Z-E-S. Scrutinize.
There you go. Scrutinizes. My teacher scrutinizes my homework too carefully. She's too strict with me. Like she really looks at your science answers.
What does that mean?
Scrutinizes to look at something really carefully, Henry, and find mistakes in it. So
So
on a
like-
debate team, you're scrutinizing what the other team says, and you say, you know what? This does not hold up under scrutiny. When we look at it more carefully, this argument is kind of weak because they're using this old source from 50 years ago, and that is
50 years ago.
Oh, yes. They've been writing these science papers for like 75 years since the 1950s, right? So if you say, well, what's an example of like a really old research paper? It might say that girls don't have the brain power that boys have. Therefore, boys are more intelligent. And they say, wait a minute, that's not true. Like, for example, the American Navy and the Air Force use female combat pilots because their brains are shown to work really well under stressful airplane combat missions, you guys. So if you say from 75 years ago, a magazine said women's brains aren't good to be combat pilots, you could say, no, that doesn't hold up under scrutiny. It's really old fashioned. And that magazine you got that from is not a good source, right? So do you guys understand what I mean? Under scrutiny. When you look at a problem carefully, you say, this isn't a very good argument. Hey, Henry disappeared. He's not under scrutiny anymore, you guys. There he is. All right, you guys. So let's fast forward. Can I give you some advice?
I scrutinized
Yeah.
your voice and you said Henry disappeared. He can't have disappeared. He must have gone out of his room.
Yes, we're keeping Henry under scrutiny. Okay, Henry, I'm just joking. You're not under scrutiny. You're doing a nice job today. Hey, you guys, I have many more points, but my advice to you is really save today's lesson where the parts where I underlined. You can take those and use those again and again in school for your writing and for your speaking and presentation and debate. All of the underlined parts that I've done here are really good to help you in your essay writing, your paper writing for school.
So what is our debate homework?
So this is a good question. We want to create, we have 20 minutes now. I want to ask you this question. I think that Min, you know about this because you're in another class of mine. So Min knows, we've been talking about this. Billy, I think maybe you know this too. What I want to discuss is, well, first of all, Roblox, right?
Why?
I don't like that game.
Wow.
Okay.
I
so-
don't even know that game.
Agree or disagree?
I have no idea.
I disagree.
Okay, this is a.
I love it.
I love it.
You guys love it. Some of you.
I disagree it.
Okay, so if you disagree, can you write your idea in chat? In your idea in chat, like you like it or not.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask Fuang Chan, how are you, Fuang? Is Fuang there? Hey, Fuang, how are you? Fuang, are you there? Fuang Chan, Chen, Fuang Chen, are you there? Fuang Chen, how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm sorry I didn't ask you any questions. The boys are getting very excited about this Roblox. So boys, in the chat, write your impressions, your ideas about Roblox. And I want to talk to Fuang for a moment. So Fuang, did you write about the bicycle lanes in Vietnam? You can tell me your opinion by speaking, because this is a debate class. So it's okay to just say what you think. And Billy too, you guys. What do you guys think of bicycle lanes in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, Nha Trang, Da Nang?
Nong Trong.
Nha Trang? And Nha Trang, a famous city in Vietnam. Phuong, what do you think of the bicycle lanes? Would you like to see them improved, make more of them?
Wait, are most of these people in this class Vietnamese?
Right. No.
What, Henry?
Are most of the people in this class Vietnamese? Because
Yeah, they're all in cities in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Cherry. Oh, Cherry, it's Cherry, of course. Cherry, you already wrote your argument on that piece of paper, but it was hard to read. Cherry, I'm gonna try to read your. I'm laughing because you wrote it on a piece of paper and it's on a weird angle. Cherry, this is kind of funny. You don't mind if I share this with the class, do you? Because for me, it was kind of a fun challenge to read this, Cherry. Okay, so you guys, this is what Cherry wrote here. And all right, Cherry, can you read it, please? Because it's on that interesting angle. Hello, everyone. I'm Cherry. Cherry's going to put on her microphone now. Hello, everyone. I'm Cherry, and this is my debate homework. Is it worth spending money and energy to build lanes for children to go to school every day on bicycle, of course? So is there any benefits to doing so? Nice work, Cherry, you use benefits. Very good. First of all, you should think in two directions, beneficial and harmful. Very nice, Cherry. The advantage here is that children can travel on the road safely and do not have to have tragic accidents like before. Very good point, Cherry. What about harmful? It will cost a lot of money and energy. People will have to postpone work for a while to make construction more convenient and easier. That's all. Hey, Cherry, it's a really good point, because when they do road construction in America, people are late for work. So they do nighttime construction starting at 8 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night. But even then, these huge cities all around the world, like in Jakarta, the cars just keep going at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. So there's never a rest from the car traffic in the streets. It just goes all around the clock. Eric, are you there?
Yeah,
Eric, what city are you in Vietnam?
I'm in Vichy City.
Now, are there a lot of cars on the roads even at night?
Yes, but a few.
Yeah, because this is called 24/7. It means all around the clock, cars are on the roads. This is something new. About 50 years ago, there were only cars in the morning and at dinner time on the busy streets. But now it's all changed. There are cars all the time on the road. So I think that's what Cherry is saying, that if you do construction at any time, it's gonna be a problem. Aren't you guys? I'm gonna check your chat on Roblox, because I think this is gonna be a good debate thing. Andrew said Roblox makes me hyper. All right, Andrew. Some
But
more.
I say,
Andrew said Roblox makes me hyper. Andrew, give us more information about hyper. How so?
but I chat. I agree. I
You
chat
agree
in the
also,
chat.
Eric? Eric, you
You-
agree that it makes you hyper? How does
You
it make you?
you can look in the chat. I type. I agree. Play topic.
Okay, so Andrew says Roblox makes me hyper. Doge says okay. Ta Nam says, you sure? Andrew says, I'm sure. Eric says, who asked? Who cares, man? Oh, Eric, what do you mean by that? Andrew says, yeah.
I agree. You can
Oh,
look.
you do agree with it?
You look at my chat in the chat.
Well, it says, who asks? Who cares about
No,
making
up. My chat is up.
we all hate it. Hong Min says we all hate Roblox. Wait a minute. I thought some of you like Roblox. Who likes Roblox?
I like.
You like it, Eric.
like.
I agree.
You look I chat in the chat that I like.
Okay, so I see it, Eric, you wrote, I agree, playing Roblox, although it's often, does not have many benefits. It can help me relax before the very hard day or increase me to be more creative. Okay. So, Eric, you say, I agree, Roblox does have many benefits. You wrote not benefit. You mean to say Roblox has many benefits, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put your thing in type it, correct it a little more for you there, because it's not a rebuttal. You're saying I agree. So Eric said, Roblox has some benefits. It helps me to get some energy. And it increases, Eric, increases my creativity. Mr. Henry, what do you think of this argument? Roblox
I
can
wrote
make-
it.
And is it in chat?
Yes.
Do you
I
get-
think I'll copy and paste it again.
All right. If you do that, I can put it in here, Henry. We all hate it. Someone says we all hate it. I don't know if that's true. I think some of you guys really like it. None of your business, Min said. Oh my gosh, Min, that's kind of rude. Min, why did you say none of my business? It makes me more stressed. Well, yeah, Min, this is what Andrew is saying. It gets me hyper. Eric said so too then. Where's Henry's response? Henry, I can't.
Wait, I need to add something.
Andrew Nyo put skull crossbones. What is the meaning of it, Andrew? What is the meaning of these skulls? Andrew, I want to see if we can put your skulls.
I did it. I just did it.
You did it. All right, let's see if we can put Andrew's skulls into my thing. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't recognize
I
that.
did it.
All right, Henry, what did you write? You finally put it in? I don't play Roblox anymore because now it is getting boring. Oh, now interesting. Why did it get boring for you, Henry?
Because I just have been playing the same thing again and again, so keep on getting. I just go on a continuous cycle that I don't like. The game just get boring and boring day by day.
Okay.
The more you play, the more boring it gets.
Oh, interesting.
You're like, you just play one game, like one specific game every single day, like against
Yes.
Super Mario.
Yes. One game every single day.
Like you
Okay.
just like log on, do your stuff, and
You guys, here's a question. Is there good money to be made in Roblox? Another
Creating
student,
games. You'll make money from creating games.
you
No,
do?
but
or-
It can
you
make
have to be
their money because we will the people will give the money to the Roblox to buy things in the many game in the Roblox.
Yeah, so this is a bad part.
Yeah.
like 30%, 10 to 30% goes to Roblox. Like,
Wow. So this is, do you think it's kind of a scam?
yeah, like
But at the end, most people think it's entertaining.
Okay.
I bet you can make more money selling lotteries than playing Roblox.
Laundries that you get paid every single month. I think it's like $2 a month.
Yeah. No, but like, I bet that if you like sell lotteries, I bet you make more than making games in Roblox.
Roblox is gross, says Min. All right. So, Andrew, what did you say if you're selling other luxury items?
Yeah.
Is that what you said, Andrew?
Huh?
Andrew, what do you mean selling other luxuries?
Well, like, no, like selling lottery.
Oh, selling lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's from events.
Well, like, that could make more than like making games on Roblox. Like, if you like don't know anything.
Okay. Andrew, do you know what's interesting what you said about the lottery thing? In New York City, young kids used to make money by selling just really cheap lottery tickets. And they would run from business to business in the streets and to houses selling lottery tickets. But this whole system 100 years ago was outside the New York City government. It was run by the mafia, the Italian mafia. And so all these kids were making really good pocket money. Even adults were making serious cash. And so the New York police stopped it in the 1940s. They said, you can't do this anymore. But then the city of New York, the state of New York, actually took over the system. So the Italian gangsters were angry. They said, you stole our money-making system of selling lottery tickets. So if you ever study the history of lotteries in America, Andrew, they're really interesting, that the government and police took over a really rich business from the gangsters. So, all right. Mr. Min, you raised your hand. Now, Min, you're kind of getting into an argument here in chat with these things that you say. You're talking about genius and things being gross. Min, what do you mean by Roblox is gross?
Roblox can be bad for you in many ways. It can harm your eyes.
Okay.
It can make lessen more and more of your education.
Oh,
Most people just play for 1 or 2 hours. That's low.
And lastly, Roblox is very boring. It always plays again in the same way.
Yeah, it's like making the tower defense game.
yeah. Hey, is that Dippo? Who is that, Eric or Dippo?
Dippo.
Dippo,
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's me.
Dippo.
It's
Dippo,
me.
you've been hiding. I
His
wanted
name
to-
is now Doge.
Oh, it's hiding.
His name is now Doge.
Right, Dippo.
Hippo is hiding. Of
Oh,
course,
he's Doge. Dippo, you're using Doge, right? Doge?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. So Doge and
Hippo
Dippo.
is using no.
Doge, please repeat your argument. I'll write it here. It's a good argument.
It's making boring because it's making the tower defense type. So it's just placing some of your character to fight, and you don't need to fight. So it will be very boring.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So
you
but
just
it's
basically
have
walk-
some but everyone thinks that it's got some thing making things that you will be clever and making some ideas and then making the ways to win the game like that.
Barely any people play tower defense.
Yeah, but I'm not going to play.
I played
Tower defense.
that too. It can have relax.
Oh no.
Also, it's not the most bad. It don't worse.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but it's making our IQ training and
Why?
being larger, I think.
But
That's
we
just
can,
my That's just my
we can't-
opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't know.
All right.
why Doggy? We can play on the time on the exam time. They play one time and they play one time. It's not bad. It's not worse for our IQ.
By the way, Dippo, it's okay if you say just my opinion. That's fine because this is a debate class. So
Bella, bella, bella,
Doge,
bella,
it's perfectly
bella,
fine.
bella,
But I-
bella,
Henry, stop singing Italian songs. Bella, bella,
bella,
bella.
bella,
It
bella.
gets more and
What
more
is
boring. All right. It gets more and more boring because it positions your character to fight, but then nothing happens. Doge, is that correct?
Oh, I didn't say it's a waste of time.
Oh, I put
No,
that in.
It said that it can
It can what?
I forgot.
Okay.
Why is the waste of
It can
time,
help
Doggy?
we making oh yeah. I remember now. It can make it can make I don't know how to say this word in English.
I'm a
What's-
I
Phoebe.
think make our
Try-
make our
Doge,
Try
say,
to say it.
Oh,
yeah, just
try
say it in
to say it.
Vietnamese. Say it in Vietnamese.
Nhắc thêm một lần.
What is it in Vietnamese, Doge?
chiến thuật.
Okay.
Chiến
Can
thuật,
anyone
chiến thuật,
Chiến thuật.
translate?
chiến thuật,
What does that mean in English?
Chiến
Giờ
thuật.
đi sáng hả?
chiến thuật, chiến thuật.
Wait, is most people southern,
Oh, okay.
southern or
transition.
north?
Henry says that's Southern dialect Vietnamese. That's really funny, Henry.
North or south?
Hannah, can I ask you the question? What is Doge saying in Vietnamese?
Tactic,
Tactics?
tactic.
Tactics. Can make our tactics blah 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 blah. Okay.
Making practice and thinking ways to win the game.
Okay.
Like that.
Practice.
And is too much thinking, Doge?
Yeah. I'm overthinking right now.
This intelligence is not bad.
Too time consuming, you guys. You want to say it takes too much of your free time. Hey, Lucy, you're there. I'm sorry I didn't get to ask Lucy any questions. Lucy, are you interested in Roblox or anything like this?
I think Roblox is happy to relax when study is very like study very much.
I think she had ever played Roblox.
Lucy, you played Roblox, right?
Yeah, I play before.
Okay.
Oh,
What game do you like?
Oh, I don't know. I just play.
I
Oh.
play Evade and
I
Anime
play
Dimension.
Skibidi Toilet.
What?
Totally fan.
What, bro? Wait,
No,
no,
you're
going
no way,
crazy.
no way.
Toilet
No way you
Totally
are going to
fan.
play that.
Terry, what do you think? His
Freaking
boys are going crazy.
Is this?
I
what
play
is this
Toilet
bad
Totally
game?
fan.
What
It's
is the
Bed Wars,
bed
right?
game? Some of the girls like to play the bed game. What is the
The
bed?
Bed Wars. Bed
Bed
Wars?
Wars.
Like that word. All the girl will play
Oh, yeah, Bed
Adopt
Wars,
Me.
not Bed.
Adopt Me.
Yeah, I
Oh,
Where's the
Adopt
S?
Me.
There's
Adopt
an
Me,
There's an S.
Anime Dimension, Evade, Anime
No,
Dimension.
if it has better for a girl to play, but only a few girls to play with.
I love Evade.
Hey, D, do you like this game? The
Yes.
bed war game? Yeah, D likes it.
It's a S. It's Bed Wars,
I like
not Bed
Evade.
Wars.
I like Roblox.
There's an S.
Bed Wars game. Okay. It sounds fun.
I
you guys.
also like the Bed Wars game too. I played
Okay.
that.
So,
I-
you guys, do you
I-
want to use that as our debate question? Is Roblox a waste of time?
No.
Nope.
Do you like that question?
Alright.
Rồi, chào nha.
Okay.
Cảm ơn Kiều nha.
All right. Is Roblox a waste of a student's time? Let's ask, because I want to ask Hannah and Cherry, because I know that Lucy and Dee like Roblox, but what about Cherry and also Hannah? Does this topic sound interesting to you, Cherry?
Say you
Roblox?
like, say you like, say you like.
What do you think? You could say yes, so, no, Cherry.
Yes.
Hands like that. Yeah, okay, Dee likes
I
it.
don't have any idea.
Don't know?
No idea play this.
Do you have friends who play it, Cherry?
Just my little brother. No anymore.
And do you think it's good for him to play, or do you think it's not such a good thing he plays so much?
You're awakening back.
What do you think, Cherry? We're almost done, you guys. So Cherry, you can write about your brother.
Yeah.
See, I just want to make sure the topic is interesting for everyone.
It's already 8 p.m.
Because Henry, if the topic isn't interesting, you're going to write about nuclear weapons and beer again. All right.
So
Men,
what is going to be our topic, basically?
let's
This?
see. What do you think, Henry? Do you like this? Is Roblox a waste of a
Yes,
student's
I
time?
think
Yeah.
I'm going to search in ChatGPT.
All right. Fine with me.
ChatGPT. Wait, let me ask ChatGPT.
Roblox is just
If
a waste
ChatGPT
of
say
time.
it,
Alright, men.
if ChatGPT say yes, it is. I will broke the
Let me choose
computer.
ChatGPT.
All right,
Yeah.
you guys.
Roblox is just a waste.
Wait.
If ChatGPT say
Wait,
it is,
wait.
it is.
Is
If
Roblox?
Chat If
It's
ChatGPT
Roblox
say
is
Roblox
waste of
is
time.
just
if
a
ChatGPT say yes, then I will delete ChatGPT.
They say yes. They said yes.
I will
Yeah.
delete. I will
ChatGPT
delete.
says yes. Okay.
Yes.
yes.
I will delete ChatGPT.
Yes. Roblox is
What is gonna be our topic then?
So
Roblox
challenge it.
is
Henry,
just
do you
waste
think
of
it's a
time
waste
and
of time?
Huh?
Yes.
A waste of time?
Roblox is
Yeah.
just a waste of time and space.
I don't really care about it that much.
Oh.
So I don't know.
So Henry, I'm laughing. So you want your response to be, I don't really care that much about it. But Henry, you're the one who said I got bored with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Got
tell
bored.
us why you got bored.
I just have been playing the same game an hour every single day,
Okay.
and it started getting boring. I'm boring. And
Why?
so I didn't play
Roblox
it.
is boring? Why Roblox is boring?
Yeah, repetitive. It's the same game every day. So Henry, in your debate, write that then. All right. Say it's repetitive. It's playing the same game every day and it never changes. Okay, that's fine.
Never-
It never changes. All
It's
right.
updates or basically almost the same thing.
The updates are always the same.
Basically the same. They added
Why? The update not be the same.
the only thing they do every single season, every single update, they
Like us?
only update kit, battle pass, and
What
game
like? What
mechanics.
like?
Okay. Okay, you guys, there it is. If you agree with these points, if you disagree, put your opinion in. As Doge said, it's just my opinion. Doge, your opinion is fine. That's what we're in a debate class for, okay? So give me a 1 minute speaking or write one paragraph if you can about your impression of Roblox. Is it a waste of time? Is it always the same?
Maybe.
So should students be doing something different, okay, with their free time? Does it make you creative? Does it just make you tired? And so on. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. Let's finish for today. We'll see you next time. Great debate, you guys.
Okay.
Thanks, Doge. Pretty good.
See you next
Okay,
time.
bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.
Bye bye, bye bye, teacher. Bye bye, teacher.
Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.
Bye.